Boxing King Media, powered by BYD. Frank Smith, we're here at the Magnus Steelworks, a bit of a random location, but if people could kind of appreciate the beauty behind you, it looks amazing, doesn't it?
Amazing place. I've never been here before. What an amazing place, mate. Although it's a bit cold, and it took 4 hours. For you winding me up saying it took you 7 minutes to get here. It took me 4 hours 45 minutes this morning. So you beat me to it.
I did. There's actually been a lot of good fights here. I don't know if you remember, Kid Galahad, Jazza Dickens, one of the best fights I've seen in this venue.
Yeah, 100%. You know, I know there's been a lot. We looked at it as well. You know, when we were planning this show, when it changed again, we ended up putting it in the Cannon Medical Centre in Sheffield. We looked at this as a potential venue, but yeah, there's been loads of boxing here over the years, but I've never been here. First time, and it's a bit chilly. I should have worn a coat.
It is cold, but I don't think you'll regret the Cannon Medical Centre, because it is a pretty amazing venue. Finally, we're getting it on. Terry Harper, Rhiannon Dixon. Not many people saw this fight coming. Terry's coming down in weight. Obviously, not a chance to speak to her yet, but I don't know, from your experience in boxing, when fighters go from like featherweight to super welterweight to coming back down to super lightweight, is it lightweight? It's a lot of jumping around. Will that be an issue in this fight?
I think she feels comfortable doing it. She's always been comfortable making the various weights, and it happens a lot more in female boxing than it does, in any. You wouldn't really see this in male boxing, and I think it's a great fight, and I'm delighted we could make it happen. Rhiannon coming off the back of her win to get that world title in Manchester a few months back. Terry Harper, a lot more experience than Rhiannon Dixon, but the perfect fight, and respect to both of them for taking it and taking a real fight, and taking a challenge, because not everyone would have done that. And I think it's going to be an interesting one. Rhiannon Dixon, brilliant fighter. Terry Harper, brilliant fighter. Terry's been through tough nights and built her way back up, and this is a great opportunity for both of them.
Terry's had a lot more high-profile fights on the big stage as well. Who is that? I don't know, check the bookies odds, but who's the favourite in this fight?
I don't know. I haven't seen the bookies odds.
Who's Frank Smith's favourite?
Playing the favourite. Look, we promote both Terry and Rhiannon and got a great relationship. It's always a bit more difficult when you work with both fighters, but at the end of the day, our job's to deliver the best possible opportunities for the fighters, and that's what we've done with this fight. It's a great fight, and may the best girl win. I don't actually know in front of me who's the favourite, but I will try and find out from our sponsors at Betfred.
Good stuff. Galal, Yafai, there was a bit of talking. I saw Sonny Edwards say the other day that if he gets a cut or wherever, the fight's off. Have you got an opponent? Because he was down as TBA last time I checked.
Yeah, there's an opponent. We've also got some bubble wrap, so I can't get cut. I'm not sure if we're allowed to use it, but no. Look, I think hopefully, touch wood, we'll be all right, mate. There will be no cuts, I hope. Please don't speak it into existence.
When I interviewed Sonny, he made a lot of bold statements. I think one of the things he said that Galal's coach, Rob McCracken, didn't want this fight to happen, and he was telling you guys to go down a different direction. So all you can answer that, because Rob's not here.
No, Rob wanted the fight. I think it was about making it make sense for everyone. Look, Sonny's a tremendous fighter. He's, again, much more experienced in the pro ranks than Galal Yafai. Obviously, Galal has had 8 fights now, Olympic gold medalist, but Sonny, former world champion. Look, it's a brilliant fight. It's the kind of fights that we want to make happen. It's the kind of fights that British boxing needs, and it was something we pushed hard to make. At the end of the day, Galal Yafai wanted this fight. Rob McCracken was up for the fight and wanted the fight, so I knew it was the fight that made the most sense. It's a tough fight. That's the reality of it. Sonny Edwards is a tremendous fighter, still number 1 in the division. Doesn't have the world titles, but with Jesse moving in weight, still number 1. So look, I'm just excited for it, and please don't speak any cuts into existence anymore.
I shall not.
Thank you.
Undercard, we've got loads of young prospects on. Anyone in particular you're looking forward to seeing?
Yeah, look, there's some tremendous fighters on there. George Liddard, Jimmy Sains are on the card, Ibrahim Spider Suleiman's on the card, Josh Babb as well, who sold a load of tickets for, in just a 2-week time frame. So a load of great talent featuring on the card as well. Brandon Scott's back out. Excited for everyone taking part. Look, the focus for us, it was a bit of a nightmare this show, I'm not going to lie. And we have to say a big thank you to DAZN for keeping it, working with us to keep it on, because without them it wouldn't be possible. I'm just happy to ensure that the fighters get their opportunity, because they've trained hard, they worked hard, and there's nothing worse than a show getting pulled off. So for us, it was just about keeping the fight and the show alive, and giving all these fighters an opportunity to go and do the business.
I understand the Wayne, you teamed up with GBM Sports. I think tomorrow night they've got a show at the Cannon Arena, and you guys are doing the Wayne mid-fight.
Yeah, I think it's just before they go live on DAZN, the weigh-in's going to take place. So it's interesting. It's good that GBM obviously working with DAZN as well. You know, Izzy has done a tremendous job in a short space of time with what he's done in the sport of boxing. So yeah, it's good to be working with them.
Good stuff. I can't let you go without speaking about yesterday, Frank. I don't know no better way of starting it, but other than the fact that you got called a scumbag by not your brother-in-law officially, but you know your missus' brother.
Yeah, look, this isn't for me. This isn't the forum. As much as I'd love to give you headlines, you know, and I love
Extenders.
Yeah, I know. He's like a shit reality series, isn't it? Really, boxing. You know, a shit version of Towie. Look, it's not really the forum for me to go back and forth with my brother-in-law. You know, I'm sure I can talk to him in person, in private, and have a conversation. I don't agree with his view, as I'm sure other people don't agree with his view who he mentioned there. But I have to take it with a pinch of salt, and I'll have a conversation in private with him. You know, I've been with the EUBANK family for coming up to 9 years now, so it's yeah. This isn't going to be the way for me to go down it, but like I say, I take it with a pinch of salt and we move on. But yeah, it's like shit reality TV, isn't it? This. Like the Kardashians.
Yeah. I don't like doing that kind of shit, but we've got that because the fans want to know.
No, but if you didn't ask it, people go, why didn't you ask him the question about that? And yeah, I understand why you have to ask the question. But maybe in the past, maybe in the heat of the moment yesterday, I would have given you a different answer. Because no one wants to be called a scumbag, is the reality, especially not from family. But yeah, let's one for another day. I'm sure I'll see him in Riyadh and we can go from there and see how we end up.
A lot of people would have shoved a mic down your throat to get a reaction yesterday, but you managed to calm down and slip away.
I slipped away nice and quick. So yeah, one of those days.
The apologies that came out from both sides, you know, Frank did an interview on Talksport and said, I want to sue you for what you said. And then an hour or so later, there was a statement from both sides kind of apologizing, kind of putting it to bed. Any idea how that came about?
No, I wasn't involved. I was at home. I went home. So I don't know where it came from. I wasn't really involved in it. My name was excluded from the list of apologies. So maybe I'm the only remaining scumbag.
Right. Yeah, I think the press was brilliant yesterday. Anything else you're looking forward to? I know you're flying to New York tonight to watch Sandy Ryan.
Yeah, no, look, amazing press conference. I think, you know, it's a bit like last week. The scale of the event sometimes in these things, not saying you, but like in interviews, gets taken away by some of the shit that goes on around it. You know, yesterday we were celebrating an amazing night of boxing on October 12th with Bivol Beterbiev, one of the biggest fights in world boxing and best fights in world boxing that without Riyadh season wouldn't be happening. So, you know, I think sometimes that focus is taken away from the true meaning of it, and which was, it's a great fight. And yeah, like you say, heading off to New York tonight to go and see Sandy Ryan do the job against Michaela Meyer. So you'll have Edward down here tomorrow and Saturday. Yes, after looking forward to that as well. Excited for Sandy Ryan, a massive opportunity for her to perform on the biggest scale. So looking forward to it.
Good stuff. All the best on the flight, and we'll see you when you get back.